It's the way to go. Eat a fig, not a pig. Let your kindness show. If it's your wig or a jig or a swig, do you dig? Big. It's the way to go. It's Big Fat Vegan Radio.
When something's fat, there's a lot to show. It's gotta be fat to help the movement grow. Making fat loud chat that won't be flat. It's fat. And here's our show. It's Big Fat Vegan Radio.
I've just got that vegan glow, like a drag queen calling Patrick Goudreau. I'm a YouTube vegan cooking up good eating. Veganism makes me glow. It's Big Fat Vegan Radio.
All right, vegans, all together now. When something's fat, there's a lot to show. It's gotta be fat to help the movement grow. Making fat loud chat that won't be flat. It's fat.
It's the way to go.
It's Big Fat Vegan Radio.
Hey everyone, welcome to Big Fat Vegan Radio. We're podcasting from San Francisco
and New York City
to discuss veganism in all of its glory. I'm here with Ben Strothman, otherwise known as Honey LeBronx, everyone's favorite vegan drag queen.
And I'm here with Laura Yaz, vegan writer and entertainment know-it-all.
You can check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube by searching for Big Fat Vegan Radio.
And you can follow along with our show notes at bigfatveganradio.com.
Hi, Ben!
Hey, Laura. What did you have for dinner last night?
Doesn't it feel weird saying hi? We've been talking for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's been about
that was weird.
2 hours.
Two and a half.
2.5 hours.
It's weird to say hi at the after talking for 2.5 hours.
Well, hello. How are you?
Oh my God, Ben, how are you doing?
So
hi.
good to see you.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Never been better. It's
just funny. To answer your question, I sort of forgot to eat dinner last night. So because I went to babysit and I took a nap before I went, and then by the time I woke up, I was like, I have to go, and I had sort of a late lunch, anyway, whatever. And I was going to take this salad with me to work, and then I've left it here, and I'm not good post-nap, if you can't tell by the story. I'm very groggy post-nap. But I will say that when I got home after babysitting, I was famished, and I had a whole wheat bagel with the new Daiya strawberry cream cheese on it.
What?
Yeah, I found I found the cream cheese. It was at Whole Foods.
Daiya makes cream cheese?
Did you not know about this?
Strawberry cream cheese?
Hold on, let me get the container. I'm going to show it to you.
Strawberry cream cheese is my very favorite kind of cream cheese. And it's the one cream cheese I can't find when I go to my little bagel place. Wait, what is this? No!
Daiya cream cheese. It's one of their new products.
When does Daiya make cream cheese?
It's really good, too. And it's soy-free.
Oh my God. Wait, it's soy-free, so it's not made of tofu.
It's not. Yeah, it's really quite good. Hold on, I'm going to put it back in the fridge.
Yeah, go put it back in the fridge. That, my favorite bagel ever. Well, now I'm partial to a cinnamon raisin bagel with walnut raisin cream cheese.
I do like that.
And I can actually get that right around the corner at my new little bagel place. But I used to love, there was a place in Milwaukee called Einstein Bagels. And this is, of course, before I was vegan, but they would do a chocolate chip bagel, and I would get that toasted with strawberry cream cheese. And oh my God, it was like heaven in my mouth.
Yeah, no, I love cream cheese. I have to say, one of the things that I have found that's way more common in New York than it is here in where I'm at in the Bay is that every single bagel shop you walk into New York, well, maybe not every single, huge amount of bagel shops you walk into in New York City have like several tofu options.
Yeah.
That is not common here. So none of the bagel shops here, in my town at least, in Los Gatos, I don't know, maybe it's better in San Francisco, but It's also not a bagel place the way New York is. There aren't as many bagel shops. But
everywhere you go.
Anyway, the point is, I can't find tofu spread very much. And so the other day I don't remember what kind I bought. It was like, I don't want to trash any brand. I think it was Follow Your Heart, though. Oh, it was not good.
Yeah, you can pretty safely trash Follow Your Heart.
It wasn't good. Whatever cream cheese I bought,
Follow Your Heart.
good.
If you're
So I was
listening
like-
to this podcast, first off, thanks for listening. Secondly, you don't like it, like, then taste your freaking cheese. Like, you have to know what your cheese tastes like. Taste your cheese, then go taste Galaxy, then go taste Daiya, and come to some conclusions. It's time to think hard.
Yeah, well, so the thing is, anyway, I really miss having cream cheese on a bagel, a vegan cream cheese on a bagel. So anyway, the other day I noticed that they had in my Whole Foods, they had the slices, the new Daiya slices, cheese slices. They have the Swiss and the provolone.
I still can't find those near me.
You can't find those yet. So anyway, I was like, ooh, maybe they're getting, also I really want to get the pizza, the frozen pizza. So I was like, oh, maybe they have the pizza. So I went and checked for the pizza, and I was like, oh, maybe they have the cream cheese. So I went in the cream cheese, and they had the strawberry only. I like strawberry. I'm more excited about the chive and onion than I am about the strawberry. So I haven't been able to find that yet. And I also haven't been able to find the plain. But I did buy the strawberry. I am eating it. I think it's excellent. If I'm going to say one criticism, it's the same criticism I frankly have for all Daiya, which is that it's a little oily.
Okay.
But I feel that way about Daiya cheese. I feel like Daiya cheese is a little oily. It's very good. That's what. But if you don't use too much, it's good. It's the same. I feel the same way about the cream cheese. It's very good, very flavorful, very creamy. It's a little oily.
Some people out there I noticed cannot tolerate it. Our friend Donnie, he cannot do the Daiya. And some people
well, I do think
this...
look, and also a lot of people, because I really like the Galaxy vegan shreds, and I've had some people really say they don't like those. I like them because they're not as oily as Daiya. I would never turn down Daiya. I like Daiya a lot. I don't want to say anything bad about them, but I do have my moments where I'm like, oh, I used too much. This is really greasy now. And I feel like with Follow Your Heart, I have that less, but not Follow Your Heart. With Galaxy, I have that less. But with the Galaxy shreds, first of all, they're impossible to find. Impossible. They're like at 3 places in the world. And secondly, if you use too much of that, then it sticks to the roof of your mouth. So I don't know. It's all It's all sort of imperfect. I say make the artisan vegan cheese from Miyoko's book. But also, again, that is not the easiest. You have to that takes practice to figure out how to do that. But keep practicing, everybody.
Get into it, get into it and learn to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think people get discouraged quickly with that. But, know that I've never made cheese from scratch. Neither have you. How are we going to know how to do it? You're gonna have to learn how to do it. And also, follow the instructions, people. Making cheese like that is it's a lot like baking. Don't get creative. Do what she's telling you to do. Follow her instructions, because then you're less likely to run into errors.
May I offer one criticism here of the Daiya pizzas? They have. I also.
Did you have them?
No, I haven't had them. But also, you just told me about their cream cheese. I didn't even know they had pizzas.
Oh, yeah. You got to follow them on Facebook. They announced it all.
Oh, my God. Well, here's the thing. Their flavors are cheese lovers. Well, obviously. And what cheeses do they have on the cheese lovers?
I think all 3, probably.
Well, I wouldn't want pepper jack on that.
Well, that's true. Well, the one complaint, I did hear a complaint about the pizzas, which is that the gluten-free crust, people don't seem to love the crust.
Are all of them gluten-free?
They are.
Come on, Daiya.
Well,
they don't all want gluten-free.
Daiya's really allergen-friendly. Come on, it's nice of them.
Oh, that's right, because their whole product is gluten-free, so they don't want to... And I'd imagine they don't want to have a wheat pizza, because then their facility now has an allergen in it. So I can respect that.
Yeah, they're very allergen-friendly. Well, that's one of the other things is that I've heard over and over with the Daiya company, which is so great, which I love so much, because, one of the little girls that I nanny is lactose intolerant. Is that all these kids out there who have bad dairy allergies, and I was one of those kids growing up, they finally can have pizza. They can finally have all these things.
Yeah.
It's so nice for them. It's really great. So I think they really... Oh, that's so funny. I never looked at their... Are you on the Daiya website?
I am.
Put your mouse over their logo on the left corner.
Ah! I love it. It shows you how to pronounce it.
It says pronounced Daiya. Which I correct people all the time. They give me dirty looks. But it is pronounced Daiya, you guys. I have several times asked people who work for the company.
My family was just in town, and my aunt, this is the same aunt, by the way, did I tell you about this? The same aunt that blocked me on Facebook.
Yeah, I know about your aunt blocking you on Facebook.
Did not just unfriend me, she blocked me because I posted something saying, hey, click like if you'll be sparing the life of a beautiful turkey this Thanksgiving. Well, she was on this trip to New York, so here I was, like, in a room with her the whole time. And I have to say, it was awesome because she actually, we were going to go to Central Park, but then, like, it was torrential downpouring rain. So instead we went to, like, the Trump Plaza building on, I think it was Park Avenue or Fifth Avenue, whatever. And we were in this beautiful, like, open air atrium, not open air, but this beautiful atrium that felt like you're basically outdoors. And we're just kind of sitting around there getting our bearings when we all decided, well, hey, we're hungry, we should get something. And people behind us were having falafel. And so I'm like, well, let's find where the falafel cart is. And it was a block away. We went to get falafel. And none of my family from Wisconsin has ever had falafel before. Like, they don't know what this is. So, and my aunt, well, this is sort of a New York thing. Maybe it's a West Coast thing. Maybe you have falafel out there.
No, you're right. I don't think I experienced falafel till I moved to New York City. I didn't.
Yeah, me either. I never knew what it was. But and they were all like, "What falafel? Fa-la-la-la-la? What is it now?" And but this same aunt that blocked me, you know, we're being, you know, amiable with each other, but she asked me at a certain point about, like, my diet. She started asking some kind of curious questions. But the thing that got me, she's like, so when you're vegan, I bet you have to watch for certain nutrients and stuff.
Yeah,
and
my grandma says vegan too. I've stopped correcting her. I just let her say it because she's so cool. I don't care.
Well, I didn't correct her, but I did use every opportunity to say, well, yeah, well, you know, being vegan, one would think that blah, 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 but a vegan diet, blah, 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 vegan, it's vegan, woman. Yeah. It's vegan. But, so Daiya, their pizzas, it looks like their cheese lovers is mozzarella and cheddar. Daiya, can you be paying us at this point? Because we're kind of doing a product placement here.
Well, we just criticized them.
Well, we kind of did. Well, then you can dock our pay slightly. Cheese lovers.
If you want to sponsor an episode, I will take back every comment I've ever made about Daiya being oily.
Done. Boom.
We will edit it out.
Their cheese lovers is mozzarella and cheddar. Their margarita.
Cheese is oily. Maybe you know what I mean? Regular cheese. Yeah. Somebody shoot me. Dairy cheese is very oily. So it's not like it's different from dairy. I don't like dairy cheese. That's probably my problem. That's my problem with most vegan cheeses, that I don't like dairy cheese either.
So this is my criticism of their pizzas, not having had them. But they got the cheese lovers. They got the margarita. They got the fire roasted vegetable.
The mushroom.
And they got the mushroom and roasted garlic. Can you guess what my critique is going to be here?
That there's no meat one?
There's no meat one.
Yeah. Like a pepperoni.
Like, can we get like I mean, again, I get it, I guess, because it's going to be hard to find a vegan meat
that's soy-free, gluten-free.
Free of any dairy, any soy, any gluten, and any nuts.
Yeah. I actually can't think of one.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Whatever. I found some delicious, I think they're the Light Life vegan pepperoni.
Yeah, those are great pepperonis. I also like the Yives pepperoni. Those are great.
I think it's Eve's.
Is it Eve's?
I think so.
Like Yvonne? That makes sense. Eve's, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like Yves Saint Laurent.
Okay, sure. I'm just thinking, there's not a lot of things spelled that way. The name Yvonne is spelled like that.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's the Light Life Smart Deli pepperoni style veggie protein slices. They come in a little bag, and I got those, and I couldn't stop myself from just eating them out of the bag. It's been so long since I've had pepperoni.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I love plant-based pizza, that pizzeria here in San Jose. I can just order a freaking pepperoni pizza.
Oh my God.
I know. I can get a meat lover's pizza. They do steak and chicken and sausage and pepperoni all in the same pizza.
Oh my God.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
I gotta make the move out to California. There is Cafe Viva. Yeah, for a pineapple pepperoni vegan pizza, I would do it.
That's what we did the other day. I had to spend the night with the twins, and I did a sleepover with the twins, and I brought over a pineapple pepperoni pizza.
That's the best pizza there is. That's the only reason to eat pizza.
I don't agree with that, but I do think it's an excellent pie.
Well, even Cafe Viva, they have like sausages, but they don't have like pepperoni. So I can't get a pepperoni pizza from them.
Yeah, there's a lot of good vegan pepperoni out there. I think that's really true. I also, what's fun you can do, Ben? Although this is probably not. I I know we're about to talk a lot about ethical companies, and this is probably not going to fall into this category at all. But if you get Pillsbury crescent rolls and some Daiya mozzarella or whatever vegan mozzarella you like, and whatever your choice vegan pepperoni, you can make little pizza rolls.
Ooh, or you can just make drop biscuits from Colleen Patrick Goudreau's The Joy of Vegan Baking.
That's true. You could do that and put your pepperoni and your mozzarella in those.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Or, Chloe Coscarelli's got a great pizza dough recipe in Chloe's Kitchen. You can make her pizza dough and then make pizza rolls with that.
Excellent. I gotta stop talking about food.
Look, isn't that great how we did, instead of supporting Pillsbury, we did shout outs to 2 of our favorite cookbook authors.
Isn't it great that it's getting easier and easier to do that we're not beholden to products like that?
It really is. All right, what did you have for dinner, love? Nothing. You're in the master cleanse.
Nothing. I had no dinner last night. I had no dinner the night before. And now I'm talking about pizza.
I'm so sorry.
And strawberry cream cheese. And I honestly had the thought of like, oh, you know what? When we're done recording, I'm just going to quickly order a Domino's and maybe throw some Daiya on it. I can't do that. But you know what I can do?
You can do that, Ben. You're choosing not to because you're giving your system a break.
Yeah. I was gonna accuse you of being very anti-fasting, but then you said something in support of my fast, so thank you.
Why did you think I was gonna be anti-fasting just now? To each their own. Just because
whenever I'm on the fast, you always seem really worried, like, oh my god, he's fasting. Oh my god, I don't fast.
No, I've never told you not to fast. I'm not about to do one myself.
It's a feeling that I've always had.
Really? Well, it's not for me. That's how I feel about that. I totally respect other people doing it. It's not for me.
I love it. I really get into it. I really enjoy it. I had a great workout today.
Although I have had the occasional juice feast. I've never done more than a day. I'll do a 1-day juice feast where you just juice all day. Totally love that. And I can see getting into juicing for more than 1 day. It's the master cleanse that I really know is not for me. I think I would feel very weak, and I don't know.
Have you ever done it?
No, I don't want to. I'm very frightened by it.
You don't feel weak. You are flying.
I know, but I just get my stomach and the pooping part. I'm apprehensive. And you have to do it for 10 days. Like, you can't even give it like a day trial run. I don't know that I would make it.
You could give it a day trial run. What I'm just saying is if you want to achieve alkalization, I forget which is correct. If you want to alkalize your body, you need to do 10 days. Otherwise, you haven't really achieved what you're going for.
All right, Ben, I tell you what, I will. I've toyed with this idea many times. I will buy the book and I'll read it.
Well, all right. I don't even think you need to buy. I've never read the book.
I'm not going to do that cleanse without reading the book.
There's a website that has all the information on there.
I know, but I'm a reader.
Yeah, but I'm flying on it. I have so much energy when I'm on this. And I went to the gym last time I did the fast. It was my first time weightlifting while on the cleanse for several days. I had been on it for like a week or so. And I was really afraid, oh my God, I won't have any energy. No, I was flying through my workout.
Do you ease into it and ease out of it with raw foods?
I don't do that. I just go right into it and then I ease out of it. But okay. even easing out of it, I kind of ease out pretty quickly. I'm like juicing stuff for a day and then bam, I'm back on foods. The problem is I have to make sure that I don't like go back to like, all right, now I can eat whatever I want. Like that's kind of the reason I'm doing it right now is I started getting really unhealthy with my eating choices.
It's a good reset.
And it's a great reset. Yeah, because now, I mean, like I'm craving things like, oh, I want to make some like raw zucchini pasta with raw marinara made in my Vitamix, you know.
Sorry, I should have muted my microphone for that sneeze.
That's fine. I'll just take it out. So yeah, so I had nothing for dinner last night, and I'm having nothing for dinner tonight.
You had maple lemonade.
Yeah, I had some spicy lemonade. That's it.
All right, moving on.
Let's
get this show on the road. That was a lot of talking.
That was a lot of talk about Daiya, but can you blame us? Can you?
Now all of our listeners are like, I can see how they talked for 2.5 hours before they started recording this.
Yeah. And I had a sore throat to begin with at the beginning of this episode, so
you had what?
See where we end up. So let's get into some hisses and purrs. Laura, why don't you start us off with a purr?
Actually, why don't you go first?
Yeah?
Because, well, our purrs are kind of connected, everybody. We're doing a team purr today.
All right.
Well, we're doing a themed, not team, themed. Our purrs are themed. But I think you should go first, and then we'll save mine.
Okay, boom. So this just in, literally, I was gonna purr about something else. So instead of purring about it, I'll just say go to gethealthymarshall.com, and you can read all about how the city of Marshall, Texas, like their mayor or someone went vegan, and now the whole town went vegan and is all getting vegan together as a town. It's awesome. So check out gethealthymarshall.com. So there's a little mini purr, because I do want to get that information out there. Yeah, the thing that we were just doing our monthly Google Hangout for our members, and that's a plug. Become a member, you get awesome perks. We were talking with one of our members, Sunshine Villa, and Sunshine was telling me she and Laura were kikiing. This is a kiki. They were legit kikiing about a new app.
We were.
And I kept hearing them talking about it, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? And they said something, the BuyCott app, and I couldn't make out the word that they were saying. Damn it, I dropped my iPhone again. Hang on.
Why are you using your iPhone while we're recording?
I was trying to check something.
I think that you're not paying attention. Could you focus?
No, it's related. We're talking about apps. But BuyCott, BuyCott, like boycott, but BuyCott. The website says a BuyCott is the opposite of a boycott. BuyCott helps you to organize your everyday consumer spending so that it reflects your principles. When you use BuyCott to scan a product, it will look up the product, determine what brand it belongs to, and figure out what company owns that brand and who owns that company ad infinitum. It will then cross-check the product owners against the companies and brands included in the campaigns that you've joined in order to tell you if the scanned product conflicts with one of your campaign commitments. So, for example...
It's pretty hot, you guys. It's a hot app.
Yeah. So, like, I checked off, like, you can search by category or by specific campaigns that are out there, like GMO labeling, gay rights, supporting the Defense of Marriage Act, all these other things. And so I just checked off the issues that I care about, and then I scanned my Dr. Bronner's liquid peppermint soap, and nope, that's a completely ethical company. They passed. And then Laura scanned something, and
I scanned Bragg's nutritional yeast.
Yep, and Bragg's, of course, is an ethical company. Funny enough, I scanned my Poland Spring bottled water and found out that they gave $1.3 million to Prop 37, which basically meant they were helping to fund so that people don't need to label GMO products.
That was a bill that obviously I voted in favor of here in California. It was there was a huge campaign against it. It was unbelievable. It was to label GMOs. It would have had a huge effect on the food industry, and there was millions of dollars into the campaign against it. I mean, I saw ads against it everywhere. It was crazy, and it was so important. It's such a shame.
Did it pass?
It did not pass.
Wait, is it good that it didn't pass, or
it's bad that it didn't pass? Because it was going to require labeling, GMO labeling. Yeah.
That's
why it makes Poland Springs bad. They donated money against that bill.
Yeah. Why would they? Their one ingredient is water.
I'm sure the company makes other stuff, Ben.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I think it's Nestle is their parent company. Yep, Nestle Waters. So there you have it, Nestle. Bad company. Anyway, I'm definitely wanted to purr about that because it makes me feel so much more empowered. As Sunshine was saying, it will take you so much longer now when you go to the store because you're going to be scanning everything.
Yeah, you're like shopping takes forever.
And then finding out you can't buy it and having to find a different product. But, I wanted to say that this sort of a thing might scare off some wannabe vegans who are considering going vegan. Like, oh, you see, I can't just buy this or I can't just buy that because even though it's vegan, it's not pro-woman, and it's not pro-gay, and it's not pro-animal, and it's not pro-environment. So like, look, this is not for the person who's newly vegan or considering going vegan, who's just trying to find their bearings.
Yeah,
but
it's
for
actually, I mean, you could even offer it sort of on that note. You could offer it to somebody who isn't vegan but is interested in this kind of thing, you know, not supporting companies like Monsanto. I know there's non-vegan people who want to do that kind of thing. And so it's sort of universal in that sense. It appeals to that person. But yes, it's definitely not like a requirement when you go vegan that you don't buy A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, you know what I mean? It's just the kind of thing that we can become more aware of and like slowly work into our lives the way that we want to as individuals.
Yeah.
Wow,
it's not
that sounded so good.
I should do a little applause sound effect there.
Right? I can't even believe I just said that so well.
I was gonna add in there that it's not only food items either.
Right.
I scanned my little my little notebook that I write in my morning pages each morning, and that comes from the Penway Composition Book Company, or from Penway. And it said you're avoiding this company because of the campaign Stop Pit Bull Discrimination.
Guys, I'm going to scan right now. We're going to do a live scan.
What are we scanning?
I'm scanning Bob's Red Mill Amaranth that I got in my swag bag at the conference. Mm-hmm. No campaign conflicts. Way to go, Bob's Red Mill.
And I'm going to try something weird. I'm going to scan a book. I'm scanning a book. I gotta say, the scanner thing on this is a little hard. We don't support ISBN book barcodes yet. So they don't support that. Oh well. But yeah, I do think what's nice is that for me, you know, 3.5 years into my veganism, I have started thinking along the lines of like, oh right, like I would love to help take down Monsanto. I don't want to be fun. I mean, Monsanto's powerful because they have what? They have money. So where are they getting their money from? They're getting it from us.
Oh, so you can sign up for different campaigns. So like you can add like if you don't want to support the Koch brothers, stuff like that. Yeah.
So I added the Koch brothers. And I just wanted to say for our vegan, you know, listeners, they have the following campaigns specifically for animal rights. Say no to palm oil products. Save the bears. Boycott made in China. Save the pigs, boycott products from states with ag-gag laws, stop pit bull discrimination, vegan and cruelty-free. So I think you can also just use this product to scan and see, is it vegan and is it cruelty-free, which is awesome. Boycott companies that sell fur, boycott companies that support bullfighting, and please do not use Splenda.
I don't use Splenda.
Well, please don't, apparently. So we have to say, BuyCott App is making us purr.
It is making us take longer to shop, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at me. I just added like 10 campaigns. Oh my God, this is going to suck.
I know. I want to just add everything and then see, like, I can go to Juice Generation.
We can buy anything.
And get wheatgrass shots, and that's it.
Oh, I don't want to support you, HRC.
Oh my God! HRC is terrible. Oh, and Splenda. There's a campaign that says please do not use Splenda, and I'm like, why not Splenda? Splenda tests on animals. 32 beagle dogs. were
also, you know
locked.
that one of the ingredients in Splenda that doesn't have to make the list because it's such a low amount is arsenic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to put that in my coffee.
Well, there is arsenic in like apples and whatnot, but Splenda, I was wondering why not Splenda, and it says 32 beagle dogs were locked in metal cages for 52 weeks. They were given sucralose mixed in with their normal feed, and blood and urine samples were collected. At the end of the study, they were killed by means of exsanguination. They had I don't even want to say what that is.
Oh, this is nice. There's a cruelty-free one. You automatically will they'll automatically tell you if they do any animal testing.
Yeah, I don't even want to say what exsanguination is, but basically they are processed much like you would a cow.
Exsanguination? Yeah, no, I know what that is.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of other animal testing that Splenda does as well. So Splenda is no longer vegan. You heard it here on Big Fat Vegan Radio. You cannot have Splenda, and you should not do Equal or NutraSweet or any diet soda of any kind. The only acceptable thing is Stevia.
And then my favorite soda is Zevia. I love that soda.
There's a soda made with Stevia?
Yeah, Zevia sodas. That's the brand. It's great. It's what I drink. I love it. Because I love Stevia. I'm telling you guys, look. All right, this is what I want to say about Stevia. It takes a period of adjustment. It's an acquired taste. I'm going to totally say that. It took a while for me to get used to Stevia. Now I'm hooked. It's my favorite sweetener. I don't want to use anything else. I love it. It's so delicious. So anyway, I love soda. I'm a total soda junkie. I'll admit it. I usually just drink club soda. That's my go-to, just sparkling water. However, Zevia sodas I got into because my dad drinks those. He's diabetic. And he drinks those. And I had some at his house, some ginger ale. Loved it. Now I buy all of it. They have orange, grape, strawberry. Don't even get me started. Cherry Coke. I love it. Zevia. Buy it. Drink it.
They sell it at Gary Null Whole Foods, which is near me. And
I can find Zevia at a Safeway.
What's that?
I can find Zevia at a Safeway.
Well, it looks like Westside Market has it. I don't know if it's the one near me that has it. But yeah, you know what? This little I went to the website Zevia.com. And there are two places right by me that sell Zevia.
Yeah, totally.
Dude,
you should get some
Laura,
Zevia. They make great.
They
make Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew.
They make Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew?
Dr. Zevia, and I don't know what maybe it's Mount Zevia. Yeah, it's great.
No.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Girl, I'm back. Oh my God, look at this. They're like 31 flavors. Mountain Zevia.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't know about Zevia. I'm a total Zevia junkie.
Soda?
And the Cherry Coke is so good.
Cherry Cola.
I love that one.
Zevia,
I also love the grape. Love the grape. Live for the grape.
Ginger root beer. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, the ginger root beer is good. The regular ginger ale is very good. The cream soda is good.
Cream soda? Who drinks cream soda?
I do. Don't give me that judgmental eyebrow. I see you.
It's a judgmental eyebrow. And I will give it as much as I want until it falls off. All right, so we are discovering all sorts of things in this episode. So there's Zevia. There is Daiya.
Can you stop saying I haven't joined any campaigns yet? Dude, I have joined so many campaigns. Get real.
Okay, so Laura's a little lost in her app here.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Pizza and cream cheese and
Speaking
slices.
of apps, should I purr?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, great. So we're sort of doing an app-themed purr here today.
Yep.
And what I'm purring about is the Food Empowerment Program's new app, the Chocolate List. It's free, and for those of you that don't know, without going into it too much because it's so depressing, there's a lot of child slavery associated in the production of chocolate, which is so upsetting, right? Because chocolate is such an incredibly happy thing, right? We all want to love chocolate. And unfortunately, most of it is really unethically sourced. So the Chocolate List is a free app. It's fantastic. It's just, you can just literally look for brands while you're shopping and confirm whether or not that chocolate is ethically sourced. I'm so happy to say that so much vegan chocolate is ethically sourced. I'm also unhappy to say that a lot of vegan chocolate isn't ethically sourced. So you really want to check it out. And then the thing is, some of the vegan companies that I really enjoy, that I was disappointed to see don't meet the FEP standards, it'll say, we contacted them, they're working on it. So you can see that, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And then definitely email them and be like, hey, blank company, I don't want to name names, but just be like, blank company, I love your products. I'm so disappointed that you're not committed to fair trade chocolate. It matters to me a lot as a customer, and I won't be buying your product again until you do. And then they're going to listen to that. They're going to respond to that. So anyway, it's so cool. I mentioned it's free, right? It's free.
Oh,
BuyCott is free too, you guys. Free apps.
Yeah.
We are purring about free apps. They're so cool, and they get to make you feel. They make these things so much easier, right? They're putting the power in our hands. It's so awesome.
And plus, they also kind of do away with the whole hands in the air. Well, I don't know. Well, why bother being vegan? Because chocolate's bad. Like, how can you know? Here's a wonderful way. The BuyCott thing as well is something I always used to propose. Like, wouldn't it be great if you could, now HRC, I don't like HRC, but they do have the HRC buying guide, which tells you exactly what companies support gay rights and which oppose gay rights. So I always thought, what am I going to do? Carry around this binder with me every time I go shopping? But the fact that they have that app, so I can cross-reference that data. So I wonder if the BuyCott, if they have a sort of filter for the chocolate, or if you could put a chocolate campaign on the BuyCott.
I'm not sure. The thing is, the chocolate thing is so...
That sounds...
Well, look, I bet they're looking more... The BuyCott app is looking more specifically at parent companies, which is very different than what the FEP is doing, which is just specifically looking at ethical sourcing of chocolate.
Yeah.
So, which is just such a huge issue. I mean, yeah, I definitely encourage people to buy fair trade chocolate. And I know that chocolate is not easy to live without, but it's really something that, for me, I'm not a big chocolate fan. So it's been very easy for me to be like, you know what? Nope. I'm done. I'm only buying fair trade chocolate. I'm only buying chocolate that I trust the source it came from, because the kid thing that really gets me, that really matters to me. That's one of the fun things about this BuyCott app too. You can pick for me, women's rights, gay rights, those things are like, I really don't want to give money to companies that aren't giving money against my rights and my friends' rights. And that's great. I get to feel like I can just do that so easily. So, you know what? These apps are making me purr, Ben.
Me too. And you know what? I was saying something about a chocolate campaign. Doesn't that sound really good?
It sounds delicious.
A chocolate campaign. I think once, didn't we have like the maple research study?
Yeah, and we were like, oh, that sounds like such a good muffin.
I'll have a maple research study with a side of chocolate campaign. It sounds really good.
Yeah, that
now
sounds
we gotta
hysterical.
end on a negative Nancy note. And
I'll have a sustainable chocolate cafe. Damn it, I blew it. I'll have a sustainable chocolate campaign with soy milk, please.
We're all out of sustainable. Well, can I give you some like child slave labor chocolate, maybe?
I'll pass, thanks.
Oh, really? All right. Well, I would like to hiss about something.
Do it.
Really gross. I was looking for stories here to hiss about, and Mercy for Animals report. You're gonna think I'm kidding here. Mercy for Animals reported that pig farmers have discovered a new threat to their operation and to the environment. They have discovered explosive fecal foam. There is foamy, explosive feces.
How fun is that? So fun.
It's kind of fun. Basically, they're saying that on many pig farms, this mysterious foam-like substance has been appearing on top of manure pits. And farmers are afraid of it because it's known to cause explosions. As the manure breaks down, it releases noxious gases like methane and hydrogen sulfide, which get trapped underneath the layer of foam. So somehow this foam is like trapping in the explosive gases, and then like these huge explosions start. And apparently as of September 2011, there was a study that showed that like half a dozen farms had experienced explosions, including one that killed 1,500 pigs and burned a farm worker. Another study says that the explosive fecal foam has now emerged at roughly, get ready for this, 25% of pig factory farms across the country. So 1 out of 4 pig farms has explosive fecal foam. And so I hope you like your bacon. And of course, the answer that they've come up with to this problem, what would your answer be, Laura? What would your answer be?
Go vegan.
Go vegan, right? Like, shut her down. Like, this is just evidence that, look, you can't do this the way we've been doing it. You know, either go vegan or, hey, maybe we shouldn't try to cram hundreds of thousands of pigs into what, maybe we should just have mom and pop places around the country. Not like I think that's better, but no, their answer is to just douse it with a ton of antibiotics. So
Of course,
yay,
right? Of course.
we're going to have even more antibiotics being literally pumped into pits of feces. And could we possibly see another wave of antibiotic resistant diseases heading our way? I mean, this is already a huge problem in our country, is having superbugs.
Oh, gee, why would that happen?
So there you go. So pig farms and your explosive feces, you are making me explode a little bit of feces and hiss. I explode my pork feces in your direction.
God, gross. That is so
Disgusting. Disgusting.
So
but
crazy gross.
I can't live without bacon. Ugh.
Oh my God, right?
This gives me such a negative association now for bacon. Like, I didn't quit eating bacon because it wasn't tasty, but even the part of me that like might miss that flavor, I just got to think of it like, do you know how much crap and other gross stuff there was around your bacon?
Oh, definitely. I always think that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, the bacon thing. I never really got that.
Yeah.
I never really understood what people were talking about. It's like a lot of hubbub over something that I just don't think is that great. Am I wrong?
Laura, well, I always did like bacon very much.
Really?
But, yeah. But I've had plenty of really good vegan bacon substitutes. So,
Oh, well, there you go. See, I don't know, people are just like
let go.
obsessed with bacon, and I never got it. I missed the bacon memo, but
the best bacon I've had so far, no, I think somewhere I had like soy bacon, which was much more the texture of pig bacon. But and let's also say I've had a lot of really bad bacon in my days as a carnivore as well.
Of course.
So bacon was not always great. Often bacon was just kind of gross, and it was really fatty and just gross. So I've had a lot of bad bacon out there, and greasy. But the best bacon I've had is at Blossom Cafe. On the Upper West Side, they make the tempeh bacon with their weekend brunch, and that is the best tempeh. I've had tempeh bacon at other places, and I didn't like it. Blossom nails it.
I love good tempeh, man. I love tempeh.
And it's definitely different from normal like pig bacon, but it's good though. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Laura, what are you hissing about?
Okay, so I'm hissing about this article. I'm sure a lot of people saw it. It was really floating around. It was blew up social media-wise. But the USDA's Inspector General declared that the food safety and humane slaughter laws are being ignored with impunity. So, I don't know. I kind of actually like it. Because obviously it's good news for us. But tragically, it's being like totally ignored by the media. So we'll definitely read this article and share it. I think that's important. It was on the HuffPo Green page. There's a lot of information, a lot of really upsetting stories in the article. So like trigger warning if you're a crier. It's a really upsetting article. But basically there's just a ton of stories of incidents that are basically going unreported. Just countless facilities should be getting citations, and they should be getting shut down, and it's not happening because everybody just lets it go, basically. And so these laws that we think are being upheld, or the average person thinks is being upheld, to keep, to keep things at a level that people want them to be at, of humanity and cleanliness, it's absolutely not happening, and it's disgusting. So it's more of this poop stuff that we're talking about here. Poop in your food, people. Poop in your food. It's disgusting. And also there's all these I can't say it enough. It's an upsetting article. There's all these really sad stories about animals being alive in these really upsetting situations, which, the average person, even the average meat eater, is not okay with, Yeah. So share the info. Share it. And don't read it if you think it'll make you cry because it's upsetting. But anyway, so you know what? All of you, I don't know who's making me hiss. The meat industry. You are making me hiss. Jerks. And kudos, Inspector General, for saying it.
Yep.
Gross. I'm also starving.
Why are you? Yeah, this is a nice time to be starving at the
I'm
same
really
time.
hungry. We're
that
talking about poop, but I'm feeling hungry.
We're talking about poop, and we're talking about poop and apps today. That's
Can we
what
do
we're
something
talking
where
about.
you talk for a really long time and I eat a bag of kettle corn?
I'm down with that. Sure. Well, why don't I kick us off? We're gonna do some big fat vegan food.
Oh yeah, definitely do yours because I'm not doing one. I'm just gonna because I'm gonna talk. I have a whole thing. I'm good.
Well, and I hardly have a big fat food segment here. I think I said something wrong. Did I say vood? A big fat vegan
I think you did say food
segment.
Food.
This isn't something so much about food. It's more big fat vegan beverage. I recently got a Vitamix, and had Laura not continued to urge me to take my Vitamix out of the closet, I probably would still
open it.
I probably would still have it sitting in a box, not being used. Though, despite your protestations, I don't. You or someone told me to keep the box.
I didn't tell you to do that.
I don't think you would, because you're a big garbage thrower.
I'm gonna get rid of the box. Recycle the box.
Someone told me to keep the box, and I thought it was you, so I've been keeping it this whole time.
No,
but
I
there's
said
really
keep
no
the cookbook.
Need.
Duh.
Oh, duh, yeah. Their cookbook, first off, like, you
It's
can
terrific.
bend the spine back, and it like has its own easel. The book is its own easel, so it's a book that stands up by itself.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they thought of everything. And guess what happened? You can also Vitamix the actual book itself with a little bit of water.
It's quite delicious.
And then you can drink it, and then you know everything that's in the book. I know it sounds crazy, but try it. Try it.
But don't put the 3-ring binder in the Vitamix, you guys. Just the pages.
Thing. You can Vitamix the whole thing. But I have been watching some Vitamix like tutorials on YouTube. If you want to have fun with your Vitamix, just go to YouTube and type in Vitamix and just look for things that you can Vitamix. And I stumbled across a lot of, what was I looking for? It's the same woman I found when I was trying to make apple juice in the Vitamix.
No, I think the joke was you said, when I try to Vitamix water, somebody stop me.
That's right. That's how I found this. I was just joking because I now use my Vitamix like twice a day, at least once a day, but more like sometimes twice a day, sometimes multiple times while I'm in the kitchen for one time. Like, I will be making my tofu scramble in the morning, and I no longer chop my onion or chop my green bell pepper. I'll water chop them. So I put them in the Vitamix, pour in enough water that it's floating 2 inches above the blade, and I turn the machine on and off at the high speed setting, and then I turn it on and off again, and instantly the thing is chopped. I pour it through a strainer, boom, I have a whole onion perfectly chopped. So I was just joking, and I was looking up Vitamix water to be like, some doofus out there has to have made a video for how to Vitamix water. Well, sure enough, she has, and she's brilliant.
Not a doofus.
This woman,
not a doofus. She's fabulous.
Not at all a doofus. Her name is Jane. I don't know her last name, but her name is Jane. She has her own website at blenditandmendit.com. And she just has all sorts of videos. She has her own YouTube channel. I believe it's also Blend It and Mend It. I'm sure if I just type in Blend It and Mend It, youtube.com/Blend It and Mend It. And yep, sure enough, that takes you to her YouTube channel where she has how many videos? I'm obsessed. I gotta tell you, how many videos does this woman have?
Yeah, because she's so great because she has those her beauty waters. I love them because you just can make a huge thing of it and just sip on it all day.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about for this segment. I was looking, I don't know how many videos she has, but it looks like she must have at least 200 videos, if not many more.
Yeah, I've definitely seen her beauty water videos before, and I thought it was really funny that you found them when you made that joke because they're great.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm going to stop trying to find all her videos because there's so many. But also, before I even get into the beauty waters themselves, I have to say this woman is a pro. She's really, really good at knowing how to do a video. She's like eye contact with the camera the whole time. Production values are high. She's nonstop smiles. And so Jane, if you're listening, oh my God, I hope she is.
I don't think she is, but let's get her on the show.
One of these days, I would love to have her on the show because I'd love to find, because she's showing you how to make cheese-delicious kale chips.
Yum.
Here's Honey LeBronx, the vegan drag queen cooking show, trying to tell you how to watch someone else's cooking show. But she's like, if she can't do it in the Vitamix, she doesn't show you how to make it. So, yeah, these beauty waters, it's basically you start with like just like 5 or 6 cups of water. I do 5 cups of water and then 1 cup of ice, just so that because Vitamix will heat things up. So this way it makes it nice and cool. And then literally she threw in just a handful of whatever kind of greens, or parsley in this case. She did parsley. And then like a cucumber, like a peeled cucumber, or I think it was like half a cucumber. And that's it. Parsley, cucumber. And she blends it and it makes this like bright, dark green water. And that quantity filled exactly my 1.5 liter bottled water bottle. And I just walked around all day sipping on it. And I made a few other kinds. Like I made one with a little ginger, some lemon, like an apple in there. It was just so many different things that you can make. And they're so healthful. And it's just a nice way to drink your water, but also like get some really great stuff in there. And the funny thing is when I found her video, I had a whole bunch of parsley left over from when I made my morning smoothies. I was literally going to throw it away because I thought it's superfluous. I'm not going to use it. So I threw it away. I will never throw away any produce ever again now that I found Jane, the blend it and mend it queen.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So that's it for the Big Fat Vegan Food section. And Laura has a little special something she's going to walk you through.
Yeah, actually, Ben, what I was thinking is I think you should ask me questions.
I would love to ask you questions.
So I'll listeners know I attended the Vida Vegan Con in Portland last weekend, and I am bushed. It was so fun. It was crazy. Yeah. So what do you want to know, Ben?
Well, what I want to know is, did you find any vegan celebrities there?
Oh, every vegan celebrity was there. Like every single one. It was crazy. Really? It was like everybody. Okay, so Issa Chandra and Terry Holt. Why was I not at this? What?
Why was I not at this thing?
Oh, I know. Look, I ended up going last minute. I'm very, I should link to the guy's blog. The guy who wasn't able to go, he sold me his ticket. Such a nice guy. And we should link to his website as a thank you. He's a great writer. He's a great vegan writer. Sorry, I'm totally distracted. Paul Jarvis is his name. Everyone, I have to find his blog. Hold on. I'll find it later. Okay. Anyway, so he wasn't able to go. Friend of a friend. I got his ticket. Woohoo! Okay, so this is only the second VVC ever. And it's just like a huge blogging conference that takes up the whole weekend. And it's so fun. And there's like workshops and panels and speakers to see all day, every day. There's stuff going on. You have to pick. Like there's 3 talks going on. You want to go to all 3, you have to pick one. It's crazy.
Oh, I hate that. I can never pick.
Oh my God. It was really hard. It was really fun. And then also, sometimes you have to blow it off to go out to eat. And then there's parties at night. And I mean, I could go on forever. It was super fun. The big joke is that it's like vegan summer camp, which it totally is sort of, because everybody there is vegan. It's so, I kept not being able to believe that everybody there was vegan. I was like, wait a second, everybody gets this. Everybody is vegan. This is so crazy. So I have to say, I was really flattered. So many people that saw me there asked me if I was speaking. I was so flattered.
Wow.
They were like, are you doing a podcast? Are you doing the podcast panel? And I was like, I'm not. I don't believe there is a podcast panel. And there wasn't one, but it was so nice that so many people said that. And I just wanted to say that if you want there to be a podcast panel at the next VVC, definitely email and say, I'd love a podcast panel. I would attend, I would love to attend one, yada, yada. And, cause I guess there was one at the first one. So people were asking me if I was on it. So anyway, just say that you would love there to be one, and that you can also say that you love me and Ben and you think that we should be on the podcast panel. I'm okay with people doing that. I'm okay with people writing that email.
Yeah, I won't fight it.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, there is a lot of great blogging stuff that I went to, a lot of great classes and stuff, and then also some discussion panels. I went to an ethics panel. I went to it's Beyond the Plate ethics panel, beyond which is a lot of what we're discussing today. Also, was a lot of that. And then I went to body image and acceptance panel, which was awesome, incredible. A lot of women shared these incredible stories. It was really great. What else did I really love? I went to a couple that were really just sort of like tutorials, but like really full of great information. It was awesome. So yes, every vegan celebrity ever was there, basically. It was insane. It was crazy. I hung out with the Sexy Vegan and his wife a bunch. There was...
The Sexy Vegan?
Yeah. From the Sexy Vegan cookbook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Him and his wife were there, hung out with them a lot. They're so fun. And yeah, Isa and Terry were there from every vegan cookbook ever. Miyoko was there. Miyoko from the Artisan Vegan Cheese Cookbook.
I love Miyoko.
Yeah,
I would love
she was
to
there.
meet her.
The Vegan RD was there. The Ginny, what's her name? Ginny, I don't remember. I'm sorry, but she was there. Drina Burton was there. So many cookbook authors were there. It was crazy. It was super duper fun. And then a lot of people who run blogs that I read were there. It was really exciting and cool. So I had a lot of fun. I don't know. What do you want me to talk? What should I talk about? Ask me questions.
Did you mention any hot dinner dates that you had?
Oh, I went to dinner with Issa Chandra and Terry Hope. I did. I went to dinner with them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I would be so nervous. I'd even be nervous eating my food in front of them.
It was a little surreal, is what I'm going to call it. It was a little surreal that I was at dinner with them.
How did you end up hooking up with them? Like, did you?
Well, everyone knows I occasionally will guest write for vegansaurus.com, and the main editor over there is Laura Beck. And she's, I just love her, and we email a lot, but we'd never met. So she was there. And she spoke on several panels, and I met her there in person finally for the first time. And it was her birthday, and she was like, "Come to my birthday dinner." So she's so sweet. So I was invited to her birthday dinner, and of course I got lost because I don't know where fucking anything is in Portland. So I was late to her birthday dinner, and I finally rush in. I'm not kidding. I can't even describe this more. So it's Laura, and then some folks from Austin who I'd met at the conference, and then Terry and Issa. That's the party. And literally, they had ordered all the food in the world. I'm not even kidding. Like, it was this huge table, and it was like, literally, there was no table. It was covered in food. It was all food. It was
oh my God.
It was hysterical. It was crazy. And
table full of food.
So I just sat down and ate, and it was one of the best meals of my life. I'm not kidding. The food was incredible. We were at Departure, which is not a vegan place, but they have a separate vegan menu, and it was unreal. All the food was crazy. There was sushi that had nutritional yeast on it. I'm not kidding. There was sushi that had nutritional yeast on it.
I guess I'm not even fazed anymore by like what has nutritional yeast on it.
No, but I mean in a restaurant. It was in a restaurant.
Oh.
Someone served that to me in a restaurant. It was crazy. It was that Issa Chandra kept making that joke. She was like, "This isn't, you're not doing this like alone in your kitchen. Like someone has brought us this on a plate." Yeah.
It's not like you brought Jasmine Singer out for dinner with you.
No, it wasn't like that. No, it was.
She pulled.
It was on the menu.
Nutritional yeast out of her
Nuchi
purse.
sushi on the menu. Anyway, it was crazy. So I definitely recommend. Also, Departure is a beautiful restaurant. It's on the 15th floor of this building in downtown Portland. You have a gorgeous view. I found the prices incredibly reasonable. Of course, I lived in New York City for 8 years, so maybe I'm not normal, but I thought they were totally reasonable, and the food was incredible. I mean, the Brussels sprouts was the thing that I probably didn't share the most. I took the plate and ate all of it and didn't give it to anyone else. But everything we ate, I mean, literally everything we ate was incredible. And there was just a mountain of food on the table. It was insane. So if you're ever in Portland, definitely have a special dinner at Departure. Totally special place.
I mean, I'm sure they have plenty of vegan restaurants people could go and support, but I'm always of the mindset, like with John's on 12th, that I want to support the places that are trying to add stuff to their menu. I want to support the places that are trying to give vegan options.
Yes.
You know, like this stupid place, the Ellington across the street from me, they still have not added a single vegan thing to their menu. They still have not contacted me. I don't know if any listeners have contacted them, but yeah, you can find them on Facebook, by the way. The Ellington. They're at 106th Street and Amsterdam Avenue in New York City. They've still not added a single thing. Like, give me a pancake. Give me
one pancake.
You know?
Give me a salad. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Something.
I'm not sure what else I should mention. There's a few things I wanted to mention.
Well, there was it kind of like most expos? There was like a lot of cool distributors and stuff there?
No, it's really more conferencey. It's more like attending classes all day.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there is an expo area, and there were vendors there, and I got to try a lot of new product. Got to try new products from Tofurky. I got to try their quiche and their sausages and Hot Pockets. I shouldn't call them Hot Pockets. Tofurky Pockets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all great. And then
that sounds
Coconut
great.
Bliss had some new flavors of ice cream that I got to try. They had a salted caramel. It was unbelievable. Of course, I was in Portland, so everyone said it was salted caramel. But that's fine.
I say caramel.
What is that caramel thing? That is a West Coast, East Coast thing. Because I used to say caramel. Now I say caramel. I don't know. Whatever.
I would say caramel if I was trying to be all fancy.
I would say that I wouldn't kick either of them out of bed. How about that?
All right.
Let's see what else. Wayfair had some new products. I mean, I'm so hungry right now. It's hard for me to talk about it. So the other outstanding places I wanted to mention was Portobello. Duh. I'm sure everybody's heard of Portobello. It's like one of the most famous vegan restaurants. And if you don't have a reservation, you can't get a table. It's insane. It's fantastic. Go eat the pizza, have an orgasm, basically, is what's going to happen. And then A&D Cafe, which is sort of a new place, and it was fantastic. I had like a vegan waffle with tofu scramble and sausage and gravy, and it was like awesome. It was so good. And the other thing I wanted to mention was Upton's Naturals Seitan. You guys, you know about them, right? They're like in stores.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Anyway, they made these incredible gorditas, and then, it was like they were like $2 or $5 or whatever. And
oh my God.
And then all that money went to a sanctuary, and I was so blown away by how good the gorditas were. They used Food for Lovers queso on the outside. It was like the double, like the crispy taco with the soft taco and the cheese in between, and then it was like their chorizo seitan inside. It was so good, and I just thought it was so cool that they did that fundraiser. So I loved it. So I'm definitely like thumbs up Upton's. I'm going to be buying their products way more specifically. I was totally blown away by the company and their presence. I thought they were so cool. So the other thing I wanted to say is I got to meet Jamie J. Hagan, who's an awesome blogger. You guys probably know her. She guest blogs a lot. She was like my camp friend. Do you know what I'm saying? We did everything together. Super fun. She's awesome and really fun. And you should hang out with her, Ben, because she lives in New York.
Oh, rock.
You guys should be friends.
You know who else? I didn't realize? Like your friend Desiree?
Yeah.
Who we hung out with when you were in town here.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been vegan for...
I don't know, a couple years?
She was totally awesome. We both know you. How was this like awesome vegan girl like escaped my radar? And she lives in New York. I gotta hang out with her.
Yeah, she's really cool. Desiree's really cool. But definitely gotta hang out with Jamie. Also, I gotta have her on the show. I talked to her. I want to do a thing. Have her on the show.
Yeah.
She's so cool though. And she was like, we went to everything together. She was really fun. She was awesome. She rode around in my convertible. I had a convertible. Did I mention that? It was crazy. I don't know why I had a convertible.
Wait, that's you rented a car and that's the car that you got?
Yes, they gave me a Mustang convertible.
That's the way to do it.
It was pretty fun. So we drove around with the top down, eating vegan food.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. Anyway, the two other blogs I wanted to mention, I'm sure everybody's heard of the eco-vegan gal, Whitney.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, she's so cool. I love her. Anyway, Whitney, I love you. I had so much fun hanging out with you. And she is I just like her so much. So if you guys don't know her videos already, check them out, whatever. She's badass and she's so cool. She was there just videotaping everybody and just being kick-ass. That's all she was doing. She was just kicking ass at VVC. And then I also met the lovely Emily Nolan, who's a model in New York City. She's vegan. And she's got this great blog. And anyway, I just wanted to mention those girls. Check out their blogs. We'll link to all of them on the show notes. They're all so cool. Anyway, I want to go back.
Well, if you go back, I don't think that they're all still there waiting for you. I think it's over.
That's a good point.
Yeah. But I'm sure if you go back, Portland is still there, and Portland is awesome enough, apparently. I've been to Portland a little bit, but like when I was there for like a day, everything had closed already. I think things seemed to close a little earlier in that town than usual.
Oh, well, also New York, we're spoiled.
You know, they say New York's a city that never sleeps.
It sleeps.
Honestly,
it sleeps.
Yeah, it sleeps. It goes to bed before I do, I'll tell you that.
It definitely sleeps.
Yeah. So, like, what did you learn at, like, these, you said it was, like, lessons and conferences and
well,
classes.
I'll just, as an example, I think one of the best classes I went to was a product review class and cookbook review class. Or not a class, but whatever, just to talk, you know, like and it was great. And these these two bloggers who really do that regularly just talked about their process. And I was really knocked out just by how much information there was. And, you know, it was great. It was terrific. And so if you're interested, you know, like that kind of thing. And then there was other classes like that I didn't go to, but I know there was like a photography intensive for those of you who are wanting to do blogs that have great photography. I went to the iPhone photography class, which
What?
yeah. And I think honestly, if you look at my food photos from when I've taken that class, I have been really positively affected by that class. It was great.
I need to learn whatever you learned. I would love to learn. I mean, I don't know if it's just the basics or things that I wouldn't already know.
Well,
but that
do
sounds
you
like
follow
awesome.
Isa on Instagram?
Oh, I don't really Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
whatever.
trying
She's
to.
the one who taught the class, and her Instagrams are like crazy good. So she basically just like gave a bunch of tips and tricks and recommended a lot of apps to download. And I think that if you look at my food photos just from when I was in Portland, they look so good. They look so much better. They're so improved. And because honestly, you are carrying the message on Instagram when you post pictures of your food. I mean, I hate to say it like that, you know, I mean.
Yeah, of course you are.
But you want to make your vegan food look as good as possible. You really do. So I think it is important. And I'm not like running a blog. I'm not a photographer. So those advanced classes I wasn't as interested in. But this, I mean, it really applies to me. And I feel like it was great. I learned a lot, that kind of thing. So, yeah. It's definitely something to consider going to that conference if you're a blogger particularly, or even if you're not a blogger. So many people there said, oh, I don't have a blog, but I'm really interested in getting into it and learning more about how to do it. It's perfect for that. I mean, it's so perfect. And it was it's so like community fun. It was so great to meet so many like just vegans. It was just so cool. It was so fun. And yeah. Oh, and the swag bag. Oh my God. The swag bag is legendary already, but like, you guys, it was like 20 pounds. I'm not kidding.
You're seriously, with all this talk of food that we've been doing.
I must be killing you. I'm so sorry.
I'm seriously thinking of just breaking the fast tonight. I'm really thinking of going to Whole Foods and like looking around for like Daiya cream cheese. I'm thinking of going and getting some Stevia soda.
I'm sorry. I feel so guilty. I'm ruining your cleanse. Don't do it. Don't do it because it's just that we're recording this on day 3 of Ben's master cleanse, and day 3 is totally the hardest day. You know it is.
It hasn't been that hard for me. Like, I think at this point my body knows what's up. My body's like, oh, you're doing that thing again. All right. But like, I don't feel hungry. I just feel the desire to put food and things in my mouth and eat them. Well, only one last question I guess I got for you. I don't know. Is anyone at this thing? Has anyone out there actually like heard of me?
Oh, please. That's so funny. Yeah,
really?
No, that was the
People
big joke.
Heard of me?
That was my big joke. People be like, well, because people write their blogs on their badge, and I don't have a blog, you know, obviously. So I just wrote my name, Laura Yaz, and some people also didn't have their blogs on their badge. It's not that big of a deal, but people would say, so what's your blog or what do you do? And I said, oh, I co-host Big Fat Vegan Radio with Honey LeBronx, the vegan drag queen. And I'll do my impression of everyone's reaction to me saying, I co-host Big Fat Vegan Radio with Honey LeBronx, the vegan drag queen. Oh, yeah. That's everybody. Everybody knows who Honey LeBronx is. They were all like, oh my God. And then everyone's like, talking about your show. Everybody loves Honey LeBronx. And then they'd be, either they knew the podcast or they didn't. And a couple people said, oh my God. I mean, Ben, I'm supposed to extend all this to you, of course. I got so many incredible compliments on the show. I can't even tell you. Like, I'm like you. I'm convinced that the show doesn't actually exist and nobody actually listens to it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, some people came up to me out of the blue and were like, hi, so sorry. I know you don't know who I am. I just want to tell you that, thank you for what you do. I love what you do.
Oh my God.
I mean, I was like crying. It's crazy. It was so nice.
Wow.
And yeah. And then I had a couple people come up to, like, a couple girls ran up to me. They're like, oh my God, I didn't realize who you were. I love your show.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. Cause I got on, they did a big game where, oh my God, it was just so much fun. It was crazy. But the one day at lunch, they did a big vegan trivia game. They did such a good job. It was so fun. And they pulled people out of the audience and you had to answer questions and you won prizes, right? So I got pulled out of the audience and I had to answer a trivia question. And I won. Awesome. I won Rory Friedman's new book, Bag. Awesome. And because I got my question right, naturally. But anyway, so when I was up there, I was like, Big Fat Vegan Radio. So then a bunch of people ran up to me after that. And they were like, oh my God, Big Fat Vegan Radio.
Oh, awesome.
It was so awesome.
I've heard of her new book. I heard her interviewed on our Hen House. And it makes me curious. I'd love to go check out that book.
I'm going to read it, yeah.
Speaking of not knowing who people are when you meet them, there are certain people who I would probably be really freaked out to meet. Like, I don't think I've ever freaked, and I mean this when I say this, I'm not easily starstruck because I meet celebrities all the time as a press photographer.
Of course.
But I have never been so freaked out to meet anyone in my life as I was the day I met Colleen Patrick Goudreau.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that day. You're so funny.
I legit freaked out.
Well, I really geeked out on Terry Romero, who's obviously the co-author of all those books with Issa. And also she wrote my favorite cookbook, basically. I mean, look, I have a lot of favorite cookbooks, but Viva Vegan, I'm a huge Latin food lover. I learned how to cook working in a Mexican restaurant. I love Mexican food. And Viva Vegan is like this humongous book where she has veganized like all Latin food. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. And anyway, so I literally just arrived at the conference, straight off the plane. I'm not even going to talk about my plane troubles because they were awful. Straight off the plane, like in stinky clothes I've been in for 48 hours. I check in at the registration and then there's coffee. So I go over to the coffee and this woman is like looking at these packets of monk fruit like as a sweetener. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like chatting with her, whatever. I'm tasting it. And then I look down at her badge and it says Terry Romero. And I go, oh my God, I love you.
Wow.
And she was like, oh, thanks. And I was like, Viva Vegan is like my favorite cookbook. I love it so much.
I would just be going up to so many people.
She ran away after that. She ran.
I would be like dry humping so many legs at that thing. I swear to God.
I was totally freaked out and hiding. And it's weird to meet people like that you read their blogs or see their videos and stuff and then or like tweet at them and meet them in person. It was fun. It was really
I have
fun.
to say, I'm not a big blog reader, so I think a lot of this would be lost on me. I'm more a watcher.
You would still
than
have
a
fun.
Reader. Oh, I bet.
So we should go next year. We should definitely go.
Let's make this a priority because I would love to be there.
And also, I think Michael's going to go too, so we should all room together.
That would be so many kinds of awesome.
Yeah, although I don't know how much I want to room with you, Ben. I feel like you take up a lot of space in the bathroom.
No, not really.
I'm teasing.
I'm one of those people, like, once I'm out of the bathroom, I don't go back in. Like, I go in, I shower. Once I'm out, I do everything else in my room. All my moisturizer, my deodorant. I don't keep any of that in the medicine cabinet. How dare you make these accusations? So, Laura, I know I might have looked like I was not listening during a lot of what you were saying, but it's because I was hard at work transcribing something so that you and
Really? Okay, great.
Every word you see there,
Great.
I transcribed that so that
Bless
we could
you.
actually act this out. It was not easy.
I didn't think you weren't listening. I just thought that, like, I don't know. I thought that I was, like, talking too much.
Oh, no, not a bit. I was happy hearing all of it. It sounds like a really exciting thing, and I definitely come away from it feeling very left out, like I should have been at this thing. Yeah, we found this adorable little
A world found, but
the whole world, yeah, he's our little discovery. The whole world found this adorable little Italian boy, and yes, it turns out he's Italian because I looked it up a little bit more. This little Italian boy named Luis, and he there's a YouTube video currently. You can, if you just look up vegan octopus boy, you'll find this video. Luis Antonio.
it's also on Gawker. Not that I'm encouraging people to read Gawker. I fucking hate them. Sorry.
It's fine.
really
I'll
harsh.
just keep it. So he's talking about why he doesn't want to eat octopus, and
With his mommy,
So-
and it's such a cute
with his
video.
mom. So yeah, we will post the link to that video in the show notes, but just in case you are so curious and you don't want to have to wait, we are just going to go ahead and recap that video for you now.
We're gonna act it out for you guys in English
we
because the video is
decided-
not in English. Otherwise,
yeah.
we would just play the audio.
We would play the audio, but we can't play the audio because it's in Italian. So unless you speak Italian, which if you do speak Italian, let us know who you are.
And I'm also curious about how good the translation is, Italian-speaking listener.
It looks like it's a pretty good.
It does seem
translation.
accurate to me. I mean, I speak.
It looks-
you're probably the same as
yeah.
me, Ben. I speak enough Spanish to have a tiny bit of a grip on Italian. Yeah.
But so I will be reading the part of Luis, and Laura will be reading the mom, and we've
What?
decided.
I thought we were going to do that the other way around.
No, we did not. You said that.
I
you were
said
gonna
I would be
mom.
the little boy and you would be the mother.
Fine, I'm down with this.
Don't you think
'cause-
that's better? You make a much better woman than I do.
Well, thank you for that. I've always thought so, and you do have more a little boy's voice than I do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think it's better
you eating me
casting.
octopus? Why? I'm not eating this. So, but we did decide not to do a stereotypical Italian accent because that would be offensive.
And also, I can't do one.
Well, all right, and I don't think mine's that good. So, action.
That's okay?
Okay. Now, eat your octopus gnocchi.
Okay, Mom. All right. This octopus isn't real, right?
No.
Then, all right. He doesn't speak and he doesn't have a head, right?
He doesn't have a head. These are only the chopped little legs of the octopus.
Huh? But is his head in the sea?
It's at the fish market.
The man chopped it? Like this?
Yes, he did.
Why?
So we can eat it. Otherwise, we'd have to swallow it all.
But why?
So we can eat it, love. Just like a cow is chopped, a chicken is chopped.
The chicken? No, nobody eats chicken.
Nobody eats chicken?
No, those are animals.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's eat the gnocchi. Eat the potato then.
Just the potato, just the rice.
Okay.
Octopus are animals.
All right.
All of them are animals. Fish are animals. Octopus are animals. Chicken are animals. Cows are animals. Pigs are animals.
Yeah.
So, when we eat animals, they die.
Yeah.
Why?
So we can eat, love.
Why do they die? I don't like that they die. I like that they stay standing up.
Okay. All right. So we're not going to eat it anymore, okay?
Okay. These animals, you gotta take care of them and not eat them.
You're right, son. So eat the potato and rice.
All right. Why are you crying?
I'm not crying. I'm just touched by you.
I'm doing something beautiful.
Eat. No need to eat the octopus, all right?
Okay.
And scene.
I hope my acting was okay.
Your acting was miserable, but we're going to work on that off camera.
Okay.
Is that just beautiful? I mean, is that just beautiful? If you,
I
you
wept
have
when
to-
I watched the video. Wept.
Oh my God, me too. And you know I'm dead inside, but it was just breathtaking
I
to
wept,
watch.
and Gia, one of the little girls I nanny, she was so upset because I was crying.
Oh.
She was like, and I was like, it's fine, I'm happy, I'm just touched. And she could not handle that I was crying.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but that video
Oh.
will make your day, guys. Do not read the comments on Gawker about that video. That will ruin your weekend. I'm still mad about those.
Ugh, I can't bring myself to.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Why did I do it? Why did I do it? I was like, I want to ruin my day. I want to ruin 3 days.
Well, it's just all the same kind of idiots that we're already used to having to put up with.
Yeah,
Big
it's
deal.
true.
So, guys, we were so excited. We got some listener mail from you today.
Mm-hmm.
We got an email that was sent to us a while ago from Jen, and I can make short work of this one. We have a good question that we got on our Facebook page. So, Laura, do you want to read the email?
No, it's my mouth is full.
You know what? I have a bag of trail mix.
No, don't eat.
I've kind of come to the decision that I'm going to eat.
I'm
and there are
so
some,
hungry. I'm sorry. I just feel like I'm
There
gonna faint.
there are some reasons for why I think I've come to the decision that I am going to eat.
I can read the email I swallowed.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, this has no bearing on whether I'm going to eat or not. But go ahead. Do you want to read the email?
From Jen. Yes.
Okay.
Dear Ben/Laura/Honey LeBronx. First, let me say that I love your podcast. You make me laugh so much and have gotten me through many a run. I swear you two are responsible for getting me as fit as I am. I have been working towards a vegan lifestyle since the new year, cutting out meat, eggs, dairy, which smells gross anyway, and have been switching out my non-vegan stuff for vegan stuff, as it has worn out gradually for months. Your show is so wonderful and lighthearted. I don't know why everyone doesn't listen to it. You're both so funny, I end up laughing out loud in the street and getting weird looks. Honestly, I'm not the fangirly sort, but you really know how to put the fun in veganism. I've got to say, the reason why I'm writing is because I sadly don't live in the best city on earth, though I would love to someday, but in a small town in the UK, and it's like a vegan desert here. I guess the reason I'm emailing is because as a vegan, I'm sort of scared of the world I find myself in. I feel really alone and like everyone hates me for trying to do the right thing, but I can't go back knowing what I know now. I know the best thing I can do is be compassionate, but I'm finding it hard to be compassionate with people that not only have no idea what is going on, but no desire to find out. Ugh, amen. Even harder is being continuously challenged as to how ethical I really am. I won't go into details, but I get called a hypocrite when I'm only trying to do what is right within my own capabilities. I get stick for not being perfect by people who don't even try, and it's hard to show these people the understanding and kindness they deny me. I don't want humans to suffer either. In fact, in part due to your podcast, I have become more aware of how important it is to support body positivity, which due to my own weight problems I've had difficulty with for a long time. Being sex positive and a proud feminist, I've even been inspired by Ben's gay activism to stand up to my parents who have previously dismissed my sexuality. Wow. Sorry, that was my comment. Without veganism, I would not have given these causes much thought before, and yet the hate that comes from others because of it is so wearing. I guess what I really want to ask you is how you deal with it. Should I be prepared to fight back, or would it be more compassionate to combat this hostility with debate, even if they don't want to hear it? Anyway, thanks for reading, and please keep up the podcast, if only so people like me don't feel like the only vegans in the world. Jen. Oh my God, Jen, I love you.
Jen, thank you so much. It's it's always very, very touching to hear that the work that we're doing is making a difference in someone else's life.
Yeah.
And
I'm listening to our podcast on a run is a long run. Way to go, girl.
yeah, you must be climbing every mountain and fording every stream. That one was for you, Brian Kalinowski. I guess I can just start off with my initial thoughts. I mean, I feel like I've been vegan 3.5 years, and I feel like whenever someone asks for advice on something, I have no idea what to say. Like, wow, that really is a conundrum. Because I always want to think like, well, wow, yeah, what should I say in every given situation? What's the right thing to say? What's the right thing to do? How should one act? And it sounds like, yeah, your town isn't terribly vegan, and so you have a lot of people who aren't like-minded. But something tells me that what you're already doing is probably the way to go. It sounds to me like you have a lot of joy being vegan and a lot of joy discovering where else that compassion is trickling into in your life. Compassion for body positivity, compassion for LGBTQ equality, compassion for your fellow man, compassion for women's issues. And I think, does being vegan bring joy into your life, Jen? I'm going to guess yeah. And if it does, just let that joy shine. Let people see, a lot. I've been listening a lot to some people recently, talking about the same thing. We got a, was it last month did we get an email from Corey in Illinois who was also saying the same thing about sort of coming out as vegan to some in-laws or a friend's family, basically. And, rather than trying to convince people or debate them, just let them know, hey, I'm doing this for me. I don't know. It just makes me happy. It makes me feel great. If you don't want to do this, that's on you. But sooner or later, I think people will notice what you're doing. And it'll probably take a while before they realize it's not a fad. I mean, I have to say, when I first went vegan, going vegan is one of the first things I've ever done in my life where once I did it, I just stayed that way. Like, there's a lot of things, I've also mentioned, I think I've mentioned, Laura, on this show, giving up, drugs and alcohol, giving up cigarettes, and those things as well. Once I quit them, I didn't ever go back. And once I gave up, once I went vegan, that was another thing that kind of just stuck for me. And I think, well, I feel like I'm being a little overly exposed here, but in getting sober, it was sort of, for me, one of the first things I ever did where everything that I built upon that foundation after a while just stayed in my life. So when I first went vegan, I was honestly surprised by how long I stayed with it. When I went day one, I remembered thinking, all right, well, we're going to do this for a day. Yeah, if in a month I fall off the wagon, I'll be really proud of myself for sticking with it for a whole month. And then a month came and went. And, I would like to say that by the time a month came and went, I thought, okay, well, we'll see if I can keep it up for 3 months. But honestly, from the first couple of days I started doing it, I feel like I was just like, oh, this is just my life now. I'm just vegan now, and I will never go back. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I was surprised that I stuck with it as long as I did. Even when I was only vegan a month, even when I got to being vegan for a year, I was really surprised, like, wow, I really did it all this time. So the people who are watching you in your life, it's going to take them quite a while before they realize this isn't just a fad. This isn't just some phase that you're going through. So I think, there's going to be a big temptation on their part to want to talk you out of this or want to talk some sense into you. But I think over time, when they'll see that you're sticking to your guns on this, they'll be more open to the reasons behind that. And they'll want to know more about the joy it's bringing into your life. I don't know, Laura, what do you say?
I'm going to say that I find this really relatable. When I first went vegan in the beginning, I felt very alone. I felt very sort of, Ari Solomon, who works for Mercy for Animals and owns Ascentive Scandal, that he's a lovely vegan. His quote that I love is, he says, veganism is like taking the red pill, like in the Matrix. Is it the red pill or the blue pill? Whatever. It's the Matrix pill. And it's true. It's like realizing that everything around you is completely different and nobody else knows. It's like very Twilight Zone kind of an experience. I'm going to let you know that goes away, that gets better. At least it did for me. And it's... just hang in there. The way I felt when I first went vegan, there was a lot of yucky feelings around it. But I knew it was what I wanted to do. And, I feel so much better about it now. the other thing is, it's just like, people are always going to try to punch holes in veganism. They're always going to try to punch because they're afraid of it, because it makes sense. That's why they're afraid of it, because they know they should do it too, and they don't want to, and they want to find reasons that they can not do it so that they can justify it to themselves. Now, the most important things about, the ethics beyond the plate concerns, which are totally valid, it really seems to be the topic of this podcast really today, is that we can only do so much, and we're all doing the best we can. We really are. And, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody has to be perfect. That's Red's quote, right? Veganism isn't about being perfect. It's about doing the best you can. And then also Colleen's quote, don't do nothing because you can't do everything. Do something, anything. It's just, we're all just doing our best, and we're doing our best because we care. And it's great that, I really agree. I've always been a feminist. My mom's a feminist, but it definitely kicked into overdrive after I went vegan. I really became more passionate about it. It's totally true. And, body positivity and sex positivity, all those things, I also became more passionate about. I agree with you. I think that becoming more aware of how active we can be in our everyday lives, I think veganism helps make that connection. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I think the way you're feeling is totally normal, and I still have those days sometimes, but don't worry about it because you're fine. You're doing fine. You're doing great.
Yeah.
And if people try to punch holes in what you're doing, you'll learn your own ways that you respond to people. I think that it is sort of a unique thing. Everyone deals with those things in their own way. They find their own way to react to people. My way is very much to make jokes and make people laugh, and try to laugh at themselves about how silly they're being. That is the way I try to go pretty much all the time. When people say I could never live without cheese, I always do I always go, really? Never?
Really? What would happen?
I'm always like, or I say actually you could, you just don't want to. And I swear people are always laugh because I say it like a total dork, but, that you'll find your ways to respond to these things. And then always, whenever somebody's like, are those shoes leather? Is this, that, is that, that? Do you this, do that? I just say, I'm doing the best I can. And, hopefully someday I do hope to have a totally leather-free closet. I hope to have a totally blah, 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 blah. And, or, I'm doing the best that I can is always the best answer. And also disengage, get away if people are really hounding you. But know that you're not alone. The other thing I was going to say is that, listening to podcasts, so great. Listening to podcasts helped me feel connected so much when I first went vegan. And also get on Twitter, look up #vegan, find those vegans, follow them.
Yes.
Same thing on Instagram. I have made so many friends through Instagram and Twitter. It's really changed my life. I mean, truly, friends in real life now. And it really makes you feel like you're not alone. So anyway, also Jen, you are not alone, and you are so nice, and I like you so much. And if I could hug you right now, I totally would.
Laura's got a girlfriend.
I'm not ashamed of it either.
Yes. I was just going to say, I'm glad that Laura brought up podcasts, because I have to say, when I first went vegan, I had already been listening to, I'm a big fan of my own podcast. There's a lot of other podcasts I love, but I cannot plug enough Vegetarian Food for Thought by Colleen Patrick Goudreau.
It's true. Also, all the reading she does of listener mail. That's what made me feel so truly connected, which is one of the reasons I wanted us to do listener mail on this show. I feel like it's really connecting. Like, there are so many people out there who feel the same way, like, really, truly.
But also, I mean, by the time I finally went vegan, I already had 2 months of obsessive listening in my head to her podcast, which I always recommend. Frequent listeners, I've probably heard this a million times. I recommend start at the very beginning and listen to. Some people cherry pick, like they want to listen to this episode and that episode. They listen by topic. I started at the very first episode and worked my way through, especially because her first few episodes were only a few minutes long each, so it's like real nice bite-sized little like. Answers to our that's how they really started off. Her first couple of episodes were like, but what about dairy, but what about this, but what about the bugs you kill when you harvest soy crops. A lot of her earliest episodes are basically like responses to questions you're going to get all the time. So by the time I went vegan and I was faced with all these questions from people, I just found I knew how to respond. And also her way of peace and love and compassion really rubbed off on me. So I had a really good role model of, oh yeah, don't respond with anger, just respond with love, you know? And hey, you know what? I've always said this, Jen. The only people who ask, the only people who comment, and the only people who give you flack about veganism are people who at some level want to know more about it. So every opportunity where someone's like, oh, are you shoes leather? Oh, well, this or that or the other. Look at, just, you can't change them. You can change you. Take a look in your heart. Colleen said this really great mantra once, and I'll offer it here. In situations like this, it really helps to say, God, please put the words in my mouth, the love in my heart, and help me to tell the truth. And I've said that so many times in situations like this, where someone's asking me, yeah, well, I hear that such and such is bad because this, that, and the other. And I've just said, God, please put the words in my mouth, the love in my heart, and help me to tell the truth. And I've just sort of recalibrated myself to be like, right, I want to honor this person. I want to honor the divinity in this person. I want to honor the divinity in this conversation. And I don't want to be hostile, and I don't want to be off-putting. Fun fact, the first time I ever heard the word vegan, I think it was some angry, crunchy granola lesbian hippie who was like, oh, well, are those muffins vegan? And I just thought vegans were just angry people. That's all I thought. It was like people who go around saying things aren't good enough. And for many years to come, it not only turned me off to veganism, but when I heard vegan, I would go the other direction. If I had the option to get a vegan version or a non-vegan, I'd get the non-vegan because I thought, oh, I don't like stuff that's vegan. So in that way, just realize that each person who's interacting with you, whether it's a fight or a debate, it's just an interaction. And how blessed you are to have this opportunity to interact with someone who's not yet vegan, Once upon a time, I was angry and I was, didn't want to hear it about veganism, and now I'm putting out this vegan podcast and cooking show. So every person that you talk to, try to see the future vegan in them.
Yeah.
The end. So Jen, you are making us hiss.
Stop it. We love you, Jen.
No, we love you, and thank you so much for writing. We forgot to mention, we love listener mail. And there's many, many ways you guys can reach us.
We did forget to mention that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot. I just blew right into the mail. So, of course, you can find us at bigfatveganradio.com. All of our different ways to contact us are there. Of course, my preferred method, because I want to hear y'all's voices, you can call us. We do love
that voicemail, guys. We love it.
Yeah, leave us a voicemail at 315-VEGAN-01. That's 315-834-2601. You can email us at bigfatveganradio@gmail.com. You can tweet us at bigfatvegans, all one word. And if you have questions or comments, use the hashtag VeggieQ, that's VEGGIEQ, to sort of bring it to our immediate attention that you've got a question for us. You can also YouTube us, youtube.com/bigfatveganradio. We would love if you guys create video responses to our episodes, or to any videos that we post. Because we do post our episodes on YouTube as well as audio, as like audio files. And lastly, you can find us on Facebook at Big Fat Vegan Radio. And Laura, I gotta take a quick potty break. I'll be right back.
Oh my God, you're eating something. Oh my God, everyone, Ben is chewing. Oh, it's over.
It's just dried maple syrup and lemon.
You guys, Ben's master cleanse just ended.
It was worth it.
I bet it was. I'm still starving after that muffin. How much more do we have to record?
one last thing, and then we're done.
Oh, so you actually did break your fast for those, like you said you would in the video.
Did you get the vegan cuts box?
I did, but babe, I didn't get falafel. I'll show you what I got.
I got my vegan cuts box. If you go to the Big Fat Vegan Radio YouTube page, you'll see. Ooh, Bombay Spice.
Yeah, sounds good. I haven't opened it yet.
That's how it works. We each get the same thing, but possibly not the same flavor. I posted on our Big Fat Vegan Radio YouTube page. I posted an unboxing video of me unboxing my Vegan Cuts monthly snack box. And the first thing I saw that I was like, oh, you are all mine, was the falafel flavored crunchy chickpeas. Oh my God, you guys. It's like popcorn. It's basically like popcorn made out of chickpeas, and it's so freaking good. And I'm going to have one more handful, and then we're going to continue recording. Oh my God. It's so good. I cannot even handle it. Oh my God.
You're going to handle this next question, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'll read it, and then I'm going to mute my microphone and eat this rice because I have to run out of the door as soon as we're done recording.
All right.
Are you ready? Are you done with your mouth being full?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, so our next question we got on Facebook a while back, and I actually was really curious to look into it, and Ben looked into it for me, so he's going to respond to this. It's very interesting. Okay, this is from Diana Vasquez. Thanks, Diana, for your question. Okay. Eat a fig, not a pig. But are figs really vegan? There are wasp parts inside them, but that was part of their natural life cycle. Opinions?
And I'm going to take a little swig of water here. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Diana, for the question. Sorry, I'm just kind of clearing my mouth out here of some delicious Saffron Road brand crunchy chickpeas. Yeah, first off, I have to say that there's a part of me when I get questions sometimes that I'm like, I don't want to be challenged, or like I feel like I'm being challenged, or I feel like I don't want to be made to think a little extra about something, because this really made me kind of have to like do research and think about something I didn't want to think about. I'm not a big fig eater, not to my knowledge. I don't remember eating a lot of figs. But the idea that we had, because what Diana is referencing is eat a fig, not a pig, let your kindness grow, or show, I forget our lyrics, whatever. Yeah, so figs, I didn't want to have to stop and contemplate that maybe figs might not be vegan. So I looked into a little bit. Funny enough, I learned that a fig is not technically a fruit. A fig is actually more like a inverted flower. It's basically a flower that's inverted, grown inside out. And part of the flower's life cycle is basically wasps. Wasps will, I hate saying the word wasps because it just sounds so weird, but wasps, they pollinate the fig plant. Basically, the wasp goes into the fig and they lay their eggs inside them. So if it's a male fig, there are certain pockets and things inside it where basically the wasp will get lost and it will die. Like she'll lay her eggs in there and then like the males hatch and then they wiggle out of there, and I know that sounds really complex. I'll post a link to the article so you can read it. But long story short, the male wasps or the baby wasps that hatch inside the egg, those are the ones, they only hatch inside the male fig, and the male fig has all these receptacles where they lay their eggs, and then those eggs hatch. But the male fig isn't the ones that we end up eating. That's not like an edible fig. The female fig, when a female crawls into there trying to lay her eggs, when she crawls into it, they can't get back out because their wings get pulled off when they crawl into the fig, and they can't crawl out, so they end up dying. So the figs that we actually eat, a female wasp crawled into that fig, got her wings ripped off, and then basically couldn't lay her eggs in there because there's nowhere to put them. And she basically died of, asphyxiation or whatever, died of exposure. So yes, inside every edible fig.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's really weird. But inside of every edible fig, there is basically a dead female wasp. But here's the thing. Over the fig's life cycle, that fig actually breaks down the wasp's body, and the dead wasp now gets absorbed by the fig. The fig basically eats the wasp. Like it breaks down the body with enzymes, and I know
Decomposes the corpse.
It decomposes. And I know people are weirded out because you might notice crunchy little things inside a fig. Don't worry, that's not little wasp bits in your mouth. Those are tiny little seeds of the fig. So look, is it a question about, is it ethical? Is it vegan? There is nothing, we're not causing the wasp to fly into that fig. This is something that the wasps do as part of their life cycle. I find no ethical problem with eating it. Unless you're weirded out by the fact that technically there's some animal ingredients in your mouth when you're eating it. But for that matter, anything that gets pollinated, any plants that get pollinated, with bees, who can say that they're not leaving behind little hairs or part of a wing or a little stinger? So long story short, no, I see no ethical problem with eating figs. I don't think I eat a lot of figs, but I had some chocolate fig ice cream once that was really good. But yeah, no problem with eating figs. We will post a little link about it on the show notes so that you can read more about it yourself.
I love figs.
Because by all means, get informed and know what's going on. But
well, that sounds very much like it's just part of nature, and the production and harvesting of figs has nothing to do with what causes that to happen.
Indeed.
Which would be my concern as a consumer.
Yeah, it kind of worried me a little bit when I first heard about it. But there's we are in no way harming the animal by eating them. And so go ahead and have a big old fig feast.
Fig feast.
Fig feast. It's a thing. Look into it.
Well, that's great. You summed that up really well, Ben. That was lovely.
Thank you. Not without plenty of ums and ahs, but bear with me, people. Whatever.
It's cool. All right, we got to wrap this up. This is the longest episode ever. I think that's it.
Ever. That's it. So, so thank you guys for listening. We would love if you guys, if you can afford to, become a member. You get tons of little perks from us. You can always go to bigfatveganradio.com and just click on support us for a list of ways you can help us do what we do.
Yes.
Even some ways that don't even cost you anything. So check that out. We made a link, tinyurl.com/BFVR support.
Also, you can follow both me and Ben on Twitter and Instagram. We're both at the same handles. Ben is at HoneyLaBronx, HoneyLaBronx, and I am at Larayaz, LARAYAZ.
Fierceness. And please do yourself a favor. If you need a good laugh, go to Laura's YouTube channel.
For a good time, go to youtube.com.
Yes. LARAYAZ.
Thanks, Ben.
Especially check out her 3 minutes about a movie. Also, if your stand-up thing is still there, they got to go back to your earliest video.
It is. I think it's my
check out your
video
little...
I leave up there. I like that video.
Oh my God, you are hilarious.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Hilarious. That means you're funny, and I think you were high when you recorded it. So check that out.
I'm stone cold sober in that video. Thank you very much.
Love it.
I might be high on ice cream. Also, while you're at YouTube, you can head over to Ben's channel and check out The Vegan Drag Queen. You can also just go to thevegandragqueen.com and see all of his cooking videos there, which are very popular.
Oh, thank you so much. I have not made a video in a real long time.
Me neither, buddy. I hear you.
I apologize to my public. I intend to get some new videos up soon. I think maybe in July, I'm going to try to plan some really exciting videos with some really awesome guests who I'm really excited about. So,
oh my God,
there is that.
I have to tell you, at Vida Vegan Con, this woman comes up to me and goes, I wish I remembered her name right now. Oh, I'm such a... I can't believe I don't remember your name. I'm so sorry. And she says, I love the show, big fan, blah, 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 blah. And then she goes, I have medieval oil in my purse right now.
No! No! Oh, I want to know what her name is now.
I was like, you are the best fan.
Would you know her name if I said it?
I want to say Allison. Oh, God, I hope that's not wrong.
It might be Allison. Well, I have a list of
I could pick her out of
ordered.
if you showed me some faces, I could pick her out of a lineup.
Well, let's see. So, Allison. Was it Allison? I don't have an Allison. I have an Alicia.
That might be it.
Alicia Smiley.
Ooh, I don't know.
From I don't know where she's from. Wait, did I not send? I don't have her address here. I don't know. Am I saving people's addresses? I forgot to save her address. Well, I will. If it sounded like Allison, then it might be Alicia.
It might be. She had a catering company, a vegan catering company.
Bakery Bound. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's her.
Well, we're gonna give her a little plug right now. Bakery Bound is her company.
I hope you're the right person.
Bakery Bound. I gotta find this. I'm obsessed now. I'm a woman on a mission. Bakery Bound, vegan, and Alicia, however she says it. I don't know how to find her on here, but she has a company called Bakery Bound, and her name is Alicia. So if you can find her, then throw her some support her way. So speaking of medieval oil, today's medieval oil use, apparently, and I've never tried it this way myself, but I hear from some people that you can actually treat, speaking of wasps, you can treat bee and wasp stings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it neutralizes the toxins.
Oh, I bet it would be great on a mosquito
sting.
bite, too.
I was just going to say, I bet any other bug bites, it would be really good on them because it neutralizes the toxins there.
Yeah, because I always like to rub a lemon on a mosquito bite. It really helps with the itch, but I bet medieval oil would be really great.
Because medieval oil has lemon oil in it, so it would be great for that. Yeah. So, boom, that's today's medieval oil use for you.
And shout out to purse carrying medieval oil fans.
Yes, to Alicia.
You rock.
Of Bakery Bound. Alicia, if you're listening, give us a shout. Well, she must listen because that must be where she heard about the medieval oil. Well, and I would like to give some shameless plugs for my damn self.
Do it, girl.
It is a busy month coming up for the Honey LeBronc. So first off, Ben, out of drag, will be hosting the International Animal Rights Day. First off, I am so on. Excuse me. I got a chickpea in my throat. All right.
First bout with solid food. He's choking.
My first bout with solid food. I'm so honored that they've asked me. I'm so honored that they asked me. Our good friend Rena Deach is one of the main organizers of this event. And she asked me if I would be the host. So Ben Strothman will take the stage and will host the third National Animal Rights Day in New York City. This will be held in Union Square Park at the North Pavilion. That's basically at the north corner of Union Square, like somewhere around 16th Street. So please come and check it out. It's a really awesome event. It's just so touching. You know, they have this animal bill of rights that they display and they roll out, and it's really gorgeous. Last year was a really fun event. There's a bunch of people there, like the V-Spot is always there giving out free empanadas. So if for no other reason you want to come there to get some free empanadas, that's reason enough. And Michael Herron will be performing one of his pieces. What? So that's another awesome reason. I know, right? Jealous. Yeah. So I'm really honored that they've asked me to host this thing, and I graciously accepted. So check that out. Also, this is not vegan related, but there's a play that I am really honored to have been asked to be a part of. I mean, hey, they did ask me to audition, guys. I had to audition, but I was invited to audition about 4 years ago for this wonderful piece of theater. there's a playwright by the name of Doric Wilson who sadly passed away, I believe, 2 years ago. And he wrote a play called Street Theater, which is basically, the play is like if you pulled up a lawn chair outside the Stonewall Inn on outside of on Christopher Street, the day of the gay rights, like the day of like the Stonewall riots. It's like everything you would have seen just from passersby leading up to the throwing of the first brick or stone or shoe or whatever it was. It's such a funny and such a powerful piece of theater. I can't even tell if it's more powerful or funny or just both. It's such an incredible piece of theater. That will be in New York City on June 20th at the LGBT Center on West 13th Street. I have no details I can give you yet other than that. Basically, by the time this episode's up, hopefully you can Google something. But if you just Google LGBT Center Street Theater 2013 Doric Wilson, D-O-R-I-C, you should find the info. Get your tickets and be sure to come because it sells out every year and it's such an awesome piece of theater. And lastly, and this is the one I am probably most excited to announce. Not that I'm not really excited about everything else, but this one, Honey LeBronx has been approached by Whirlpool. You're asking, Whirlpool? What? Really? Whirlpool, aka the parent company of KitchenAid and many other companies and appliances that we know and love. They have asked me, because the guy who organizes it, Christopher Rice, thank you, Christopher, he contacted me and said that he is a huge fan of Honey LeBronx's vegan drag queen cooking show, and that every year for Chicago Pride, they do these, Whirlpool puts on these cooking demos. They've got like a rooftop party overlooking the Chicago River with a DJ, lots of swag bags with gifts from the Whirlpool Corporation. The Food Network hosts. Sorry. They have a lot of cooking demonstrations by the Hardy Boys and by Food Network hosts and yours truly. For a delightful and healthy cooking lesson from Honey LeBronx, the vegan drag queen. So boom, I will be there on Saturday, June 29th, 2013. It's, I believe, from 1 to 5. And if you just search on Facebook for Whirlpool Pride 2013, you'll see all the details there. Sounds like from people who went last year, it's a really incredible party. And who knows, while I'm at it, I might even try to see if I can book myself a gig somewhere in Chicago. So if you are a listener in Chicago, first off, Chicago peeps, I want to meet you. I know like no vegans in Chicago, and I just want one listener to take me out to the Chicago Diner. That's all I want. And if you know of any places in Chicago where they have like drag queens come and perform, let a queen know, because as long as I got my face on, I may as well go perform somewhere. So that is where you can find this little drag queen / serious dramatic actor in the month of June.
That is so exciting.
Yep, we got a lot to look forward to.
You know, I'm real jealous about that Whirlpool event.
Oh my God.
Have fun in Chicago. Chicago's got great vegan food.
I can't wait. I've never been a vegan in Chicago.
Yeah, me neither. I'd love to
Just
go.
the fact that like they're putting me up for like 2 nights at some fancy hotel. I love hotels.
Fancy.
I love hotels and I love being put up in hotels.
It's even better.
Yes.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say that today's musical guest is once again the fantastic Vegan Smythe. We've featured his music on the show before. I just love him. I think his songs are so hilarious and great. He's such a cool activist. So we're going to feature, he has so many songs. We're going to feature yet another one on our show today.
Wonderful. And do you know which song it is?
Yeah, the groovy vegan song.
The groovy vegan song, Fierce. And as always, we would love to give a shout out to our friends, Michael Heron, aka the Michael Heron. He is like taking off. He's starting to do so much really incredible stuff. So you want to get in at the ground floor while you can say, oh, I was listening to Michael Heron before he was a big so-and-so.
True.
So you can see him and his work at Michael Well, first off, he's had MikeyPod.com. since before iTunes did podcasts. So he's always been a big so-and-so. But you can see his work at michaelheron.com.
Yeah, there's all those videos from his live show that he recently did in New York. It's really great, so totally check it out.
Yep. And Kelly Huffine, a big thanks to her for our logo and cartoon. You can check out her work at kelly42fox.deviantart.com.
And, of course, this episode was brought to you by our official sponsor, Sunshine Vila. We love you, Sunshine.
You are my sunshine, my vegan sunshine.
Yes, we
you
love
make me
sunshine.
happy when my voice cracks. That was a fake voice crack, by the way, not a real one, because I'm a trained singer.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you so much, Sunshine. And hey, become a member. She is definitely helping us so much to bring this podcast to you. And of course, she has now just had her second Google Hangout with us this afternoon.
Yeah,
so,
if you guys
become a
sign up
member.
at the upper, I think it's the top 2 or 3 levels, you get to do a Google Hangout with us every month.
Yeah,
really
the top three levels, 25 and up.
Top 3 levels. All right. Well, get into it. Also, you guys, Big Fat Vegan Movie Night.
Yeah.
So
How
funny.
did you like that? I want to hear from people
Did you
about
guys
their
watch
experience.
it? Did you love it?
Did you? I mean, we brought you glitter with Mariah Carey, y'all, with our commentary.
I sort of can't get over it. I want to do it again.
Laura,
We are
did you
gonna
go
do it
back?
again
Well, we're
to
gonna
Showgirls.
have to do one pretty soon. Showgirls, that's right. I was
Showgirls
wondering
is
where our
next. That's
movie
right. You
is.
heard it here first.
Oh
Big
my
Fat
God, that's
Vegan
gonna
breaking
be-
news.
I don't even know if I can handle that. That's gonna be so.
I don't know if I can
much.
handle it either. It's such a long movie.
That's gonna be legit shenanigans, though. Can
Yeah,
we
it's
handle
ridiculous. I'll probably
legit
start exercising in the
shenanigans?
middle, cooking food. I mean, it's so
Yes.
long. I can't even tell you how long that movie is.
And that, yeah, and you for just the $10 a month episode, if you join as a member at just $10 a month and up, of course you get access to
Big Fat Vegan Movie Night.
the Big Fat Vegan Movie Night. So check them out, y'all. They are seriously funny. I've actually went back and just rewatched it, listening to our commentary.
Oh, yeah,
It's
me too.
So awesome.
I haven't watched the whole thing, but I watched a part of it, and oh my god, that movie.
I'm a fan of ours. I am a fan of ours.
I like us too. I like us a lot.
Yeah. You kinda
Also,
rock.
secret shows, we'll just say that they're coming. We're so sorry for the delay. They're coming, everybody.
sorry. If
you're
I'm
at the
still trying
secret
to
show
figure
level,
out-
I swear they're coming.
Yeah, you get secret shows for $5 a month and up. But they're truly funny. It's like all the stuff that we don't censor and all the stuff that we just rattle off the top of our heads.
I don't know that they're funny, but they exist.
Well, today's I didn't feel was all that funny, but we have had funny ones. So we have like 2 or 3 of them in the vault, and they're coming. So you are going to have a watershed moment where you're like, oh my God, I'm inundated by secret shows. And I'm gonna
Right?
be like,
Yeah, you'll be like, it's
first-
5 episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. That's all we got,
That's it.
guys. That's all we got for today's Big Fat Vegan Radio. Please subscribe to us through your iTunes or your podcatcher of choice. It's extra helpful if you can leave us an awesome rating and a glowing review.
Yep, and be sure to let us know what you thought of this episode on our Facebook page. Send us a tweet, leave us a voicemail, or leave us a comment at bigfatveganradio.com. We always love hearing from you guys.
We do.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Ben.
Everyone have a great day. Definitely don't forget to look into those apps that we mentioned.
Yeah.
And, there's one thing can we go back just a little
Oh
bit?
my God, we don't have time. I have to go.
There's one last thing I forgot to tell them to do.
Go
vegan!
If you don't know what vegans are, that's cool. We're just everyday people who live by a rule. We do what we can to set the animals free so they can live groovy lives like you and me. We don't eat meat or fish or milk or eggs. We don't wear leather trousers on our legs. We don't think putting elephants in cages is nice. And we don't buy products that were tested on mice. It's easy, it's hip, it's groovy as a passion fruit smoothie to go vegan, 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 vegan. It's got me moving and it's shaking, 'cause I feel we can all awaken and go vegan. We don't have to eat our animal mates. We can just put plants with plant sauce on our plates and go vegan, 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 vegan. Go vegan. Ow! V is for vegetables and nuts galore. E is for education, need I say more? G is for guaranteed better health. A is for ample food on every shelf. And N is for no, 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 no. Don't kill animals. It's easy, it's hip, it's far out like a Brussels sprout to go vegan, 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 vegan. It's got me moving and shaking because I feel we can all awaken and go vegan. We don't have to eat our animal mates. We can just put plants with plant sauce on our plates and go vegan, 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 vegan. Go vegan. We don't have to eat our animal brothers. We can just be kind and live with each other. Go vegan, 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 vegan. Yep, yep, yep. Go vegan, 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 vegan. Go vegan. Groovy.
Did you really think that I was going back to different
No,
things?
no, I'm just an excellent actress.
Oh, because I was going to say, you gave a perfect take.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a great actress.
Awesome. One of the great actresses, Lara Yaz.
Of our time.
Beautiful. So
No, you're welcome. Well, I also truly feel it in my soul. I'm there right now. I went with the honest. I went with the honesty.
Mm-hmm.